Hello! Welcome to my channel, See Life Ahead. My name's Anna. Today I'll be talking to you about some important things to consider when talking about college. But first, before we start the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and at the very end of the video, I will be telling you 5 great programs that I've found in marine biology I really think you should consider, so make sure to wait till the end. I've been looking around as I'm currently in this college process, and I've noticed that there's really not that much content on YouTube or many other websites that talk about marine biology or marine science undergraduate programs. I felt like that this lack allowed me to have an opportunity to help you. So I've created these important things that I think are good for colleges. I'm calling these my core factors. Let's begin. The first letter of the core factors is C, and C stands for cost. This includes tuition, which is a main factor in the cost, but it also includes any housing, materials, or any other expenses you might need in college. Remember that this also includes scholarships or any financial aid that you might be able to get as well. And while the college might seem perfect to you, if you cannot afford it, then it's really not the perfect college for you. So make sure to remember that when you're talking about your colleges. Also, if you're in a marine biology, marine science, any sort of science program for that matter, you're probably going to end up going to grad school or even getting the PhD. College is just the foundation of your education at this point, and so you don't want to spend all of your money and be swimming in debts by the time that you need to go to grad school in order to get a job. So our first letter is C, and that stands for cost. So the second letter we're going to be talking about in our core factors is O. O stands for ocean, really the proximity to the ocean. If you're just going to be getting a biology degree and not a marine biology degree as undergrad, then this isn't really necessary, but it is good to think about. If you're going to be diving into more specific, like marine biology or marine science, then you're going to want to think about how close the college is to the ocean, because this will show how hands-on and research-oriented the college is, which is good for future experience. So the second letter is O, which stands for ocean, or proximity to the ocean. The next letter we'll be talking about in the core factors is R. R is split up into 3 sections for this one. It stands for reputation of the program, research opportunities, and the ratio. The first section of R is the reputation of the program. The reputation of the program is really important to consider because while the reputation of the school might be really great, such as Harvard, it might not even have the program marine biology or marine science that you're looking for, which makes it not that great. One thing you could do to find out about if the program is good or if you think you'd fit in well there is to talk to any marine scientists that you might know that would know anything about the program, if they've heard of it, if they've known anyone that's gone there, and that will help you get a better sense of the program as a whole. Another thing you could do is to subscribe to my channel, because I will be talking about, in the future, great programs that I've found in doing lots of research. If you don't know any marine scientists, then you could also look up the college and find a professor's email or something like that, and that will help you to get a better sense of the program since it is from the professor's view. They will help you know if it's a good fit for you. This is also really important in marine biology. Having connections is a great thing because it will allow you to get, in the future, internships, research opportunities, jobs, and even just help you to answer any questions that you might have in the future. So remember, the first section of R is the reputation of the program. The second section in the R category is going to be research opportunities. One thing to ask in research opportunities is if the school has a research vessel. If they don't even have a research vessel, it might highlight that the program is not as valued at that school. Another thing to consider is the research opportunities, whether with a professor or with a grad student, depending on the school. It will allow you to get experience for future jobs or research that you might do yourself. So remember, the second one is the research opportunities. The last section in our category is the ratio. That is the student-to-faculty ratio, which is actually really important when considering what program might work best for you. A lower student-to-faculty ratio most likely would result in more opportunities, whether in research, labs, or in the field. The lowest student-to-faculty ratios that I've personally found are about 10 to 12 students per one faculty member, and this would allow for the faculty members to actually get to know you and allow you to grow and help you to succeed in the future. So the last section in the R category is the student-to-faculty ratio. Is E. I've split E into two categories, which are experiences and the environment. The first section in the E category is going to be experience. When I talk about experience, I kind of mean more the early on hands-on experience, which would be early in your college career, freshman or sophomore year, rather than waiting until the end and having the most enjoyable part, which is being out on the water or doing labs at the very end of your college career, being your senior year. This will also help you to really know if you love marine biology as much as you might think, and it will allow you to grow as you progress rather than learning everything at the very end of your career. So the first section of the E category is going to be the experiences. The second section of the E category is going to be the environment. I've said that the environment includes the size of the college or university, if it's an urban or rural or maybe even a small town kind of feel, the beauty of the campus, which is not necessary, but since you will be spending a lot of time there, it is important to consider, and the facilities of the campus. So the first category of the environment section is going to be the size. There are two components to the size though. There's the size of the total university or college and the size of the specific program. So first, the size of the whole university or college. I've seen colleges that have marine biology degrees with less than 2,000 undergraduates total, and I've seen universities with also that have marine biology degrees with way more than 20,000 total undergraduates. So it really depends on what you're looking for, because you can get good training at both. But one thing that might help you to decide is if you go to a larger high school, then you might be more keen to going to a larger college. But if you go to a smaller high school, then you might be looking more for a smaller college and close-knit families type of feel. Now the second component to our size was the program. Program sizes can range from 10 to 20 to over 200, and it really depends on what you're looking for in a program. And it's really important just to consider whether you might like a smaller program or a larger program. So the two components to the size category are going to be the size of the overall school as well as the specific size of the program. And something important to remember from what we've previously talked about in the O is that it needs to be close to the ocean, because we don't want to forget that main component that we need to have. So the setting is really important to think about, whether you're wanting more of an urban or a rural sort of setting. So the third one goes along with the setting, and it is the beauty of the campus. Now this might be not necessary for you, but it is good to consider, because you're going to want somewhere that you really enjoy, and since you will be spending 4 years of your life here, you want it to be somewhere that is enjoyable and that you find really beautiful, because that will help you to really enjoy your experience at the college and make it more of a fun experience. So remember that the third section is going to be the beauty of the campus, and while it is not necessary, it is a good thing to consider. So the last section that I'll be talking about in the environment category is going to be the facilities. The facilities are going to be really important in your college search. First, we're going to talk about housing and dining options, which are pretty important because this will allow you to know if you are going to be satisfied with the on-campus housing or if you're going to want to be off-campus for most of your college experience. Dining is also important because it's going to be good to have really good food and make sure you're staying healthy. Along with the staying healthy, we're going to be talking about something also important, which is the recreation options that they have. And that's good because it really helps you de-stress and just have a better mood in general, but it'll also help you to exercise and stay healthy. The next thing, which is really important for marine biology and marine science degrees, is going to be the research facilities, which some schools, larger schools, have near the ocean facilities that will have really great labs, research opportunities with tanks and things with fish and other sea creatures, which will really help you. But it's also good to realize that other schools and smaller places might also still have really great labs and research facilities and lecture halls and classrooms. So that's something to really think about. And the last thing in the facilities is going to be the libraries, which are going to be really important because you're probably going to be spending a lot of time doing studying there, and it's good to have somewhere you know you can go to get information about something you might not have remembered from your lecture. So remember, the last part of the environment that you really need to consider is the facilities. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end. I will be getting you those colleges that I promised. So let's just get started. Also, these are in no particular order, so don't think anyone is any better than the next one that I list. The first one I'm going to be talking about is Gordon College, which is in Massachusetts. Then it's Coastal Carolina University, which is in South Carolina. The next one is University of California at Santa Cruz. After that, we're going to be talking about the University of Hawaii at Hilo, and for the final one, it's going to be California State University, Monterey Bay. Don't worry, I will be going over the core factors of each of these based on the research that I've compiled, and I will be adding a couple more universities and colleges so you get a larger list of places that you might want to go in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.